bad. Alright, welcome to the deep end. It's been a minute. Family, it's been a minute, so it's real. This one is like a little twingy on this one. It's like, so, traumas. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about traumas and toxicity. So, a lot of people don't understand that toxicity goes hand in hand with traumas. And some of those traumas happen is like you happen from a kid, and what a lot of people don't realize is that those traumas that happen to one person happen to multiple people at different times in space. Sometimes it happens to the parent, sometimes it happens to the child, sometimes it happens to the child that's in the future to come. Why? Because you haven't got over that said trauma. And when I say parents, is because it's like, as I'm reaching older, I realize that there's certain things that some parents haven't forgive themselves for, and their children have to pay for, and that they keep asking for forgiveness is because they haven't forgave themselves totally yet. And since they're steady asking for that forgiveness, they're kind of sitting in that same space, allowing themselves to be used and ran over. And then sometimes that child has not ever left that same space. So then inadvertently gives that trauma to the next future that's coming. And that's because they're still sitting in it, which turns from just a trauma to toxicity. And we all try to, weaver and daver around it in our relationships, our personal lives, our business lives, sometimes our attitudes. And it's like, why is that? No one ever got to the root of the issue. And it's because some things we just got to realize. Like, some things you will never be able to forgive or forget. That person, no matter how much you try to reach out for them and look out for them, because at that time you lapse, it still holds with them. Sometimes the best thing you can do is forgive yourself and move forward. Don't sit in that trauma. If you sit in that trauma, you're going to cause a lot of different other things, a lot of different lateral effects that has nothing to do with the people in that environment that's coming to you next. Whether that's relationship, job, doesn't matter. All that stuff comes back because you're still trying to forgive something or get forgiven for something that at that time you were young. At that time you didn't know. At that time was that time. Let it go. Move forward. Because if you don't, you're causing other people to sit in that same trauma that you refuse to get out of. And by doing so, you're causing more toxicity to the people around you that might just want to love you. Till next time, let go. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and move on. Move forward. Welcome to the deep end.